Christian Dior established the French luxury fashion business Dior in 1946. Since then, the company has grown to become one of the most well-known and prosperous fashion houses in the world, offering a variety of goods such as apparel, accessories, fragrances, and cosmetics. In 1905, Christian Dior was conceived in Granville, France. Early on, he had a passion for fashion, and after completing his studies at the Paris-based École des Beaux-Arts, he started working as an apprentice for a variety of fashion designers, including Robert Piguet and Lucien Lelong. In 1946, Dior founded his own fashion house. His first collection, the Corolle, was an instant success. The collection featured full skirts, cinched waists, and padded shoulders. It was a reaction to the austerity of World War II, and it ushered a new era of glamour and femininity. Dior's success continued throughout the 1950s. He created some of the most iconic fashion designs of the 20th century, including the New Look, the bar jacket, and the Lady Dior bag. Dior also expanded his business to include ready-to-wear clothing, fragrances, and cosmetics. Dior died in 1957, but the brand he founded has continued to thrive. Dior has been led by several talented designers over the years, including Yves Saint Laurent, Marc Bohan, Gianfranco Fur, John Galliano, and Raf Simons. In 2016, Maria Grazia Chiuri became the first female creative director of Dior. Chiuri has brought a new perspective to the brand, and her designs have been praised for her femininity, strength, and diversity. Dior is a global brand with a strong presence in fashion, beauty, and perfumery. The brand has over 200 stores in over 60 countries, and it employs over 9,000 people. Dior is a luxury brand, and its products are priced accordingly. However, the brand's popularity is undeniable, and it continues to be one of the most successful fashion houses in the world. One of the most prosperous design houses in the industry today as Dior as a firm. To appeal to the broadest audience possible, they had been gradually modifying their packaging as well, making it less and less inventive or innovative. Effectively, Dior was transitioning from being a young, innovative cosmetics business to a venerable one that consumers can trust for dependable goods. In 2006, they engaged Françoise Dimaschi to design Dior's scent, and they began to concentrate more on celebrity endorsements to market that product. More so than ever before the advent of makeup TV commercials, which I believe started in 2007 with this Monica Bellucci ad for Dior Rogue, Bellucci was eventually replaced by Natalie Portman, who became the face of the majority of the Dior cosmetic lines, as well as the Miss Dior Sherry perfume. In their most well-known perfume advertisement to date, Jude Law starred as the face of Dior Home Fragrances, and Charlize Theron starred as the face of J'adore Dior. The entire business, however, was once again in jeopardy following the infamous Galliano episode in 2011, in which he hurled racial epithets at two ladies in a Parisian cafe. Natalie Portman, the face of Dior Cosmetics, who herself was a Jewish woman, spoke up against Galliano because she wanted nothing to do with him. She cut ties with the brand, which prompted Dior to officially fire him, and you all had to spend many months trying to rebuild their reputation, but because they dealt with the situation quickly, it luckily didn't have a long-lasting effect. However, the rebuild didn't start for the cosmetics line, which did remain profitable in this time until around 2013. So 2 years later, when the after effects of the scandal started to die down, and cosmetics became one of the largest growth areas for the company. This was then followed by yet another celebrity endorsement by Robert Pattinson in 2013, which, if memory serves, people considered to be a very odd choice at the time. However, he was a replacement for Jude Law, who continued his contract up until this point. Finally, this reached a new high in 2014 when Tyan was replaced by Peter Phillips. Peter Phillips was a household figure in the cosmetics industry and is best known for revitalizing the Chanel cosmetics line with his innovative makeup techniques, which frequently involved the use of unusual materials like feathers. With Peter Phillips, we witnessed a fresh approach to Dior's vibrant aesthetic. Still creative, yes, but significantly more neutral tones than previously used by Tyan or Luton, which I think is due to the rise of Korean makeup brands that do tend to have more of a neutral look. This was then furthered by new perfume creation director Francis, who together with Phillips and Joe championed huge celebrity ambassador contracts like with Rihanna, Angelababy, Cara Delevingne, Kim Jisoo, and most notably Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp had been a brand ambassador for Dior Sauvage since 2015, when in 2020 he was brought to court in the UK for a libel trial that ended up ruling against Depp, allowing the Sun to call him a wife and beater. Following this, Dior was strongly persuaded to stop serving as the perfume's spokeswoman, but they refused and kept Depp on. Sales rose during his trial, and the only advertisement he cancelled was one from the 2017 campaign We Are the Land, which depicted cultural insensitivity towards Native Americans due to the clothing dance and the name of the perfume, Savage, which is French for savage. So probably for the best, that was dropped, but at the time Dior was widely accused of just wanting profits from the damp case, and kind of using him for exposure. Though Dior really would have the last laugh in 2022 when Depp and his accuser Amber Heard went to court in America. We don't think anyone could escape the mega pent of entertainment from the court case on Twitter or TikTok, because Amber Heard and her legal team ended up looking so terrible, and it was widely believed that she was lying, even before the court made their verdict. Sales of Savage increased steadily until Depp was found not guilty in a court of law, at which point Dior sales took off. The scent, which cost $126 a bottle, was already selling once every 3 seconds, generating daily sales of $4.5 million, making it the most popular perfume in the world. Financially, this really has been the absolute peak of Dior Cosmetics, and even though it isn't sustainable, nor it is perhaps wise as a marketing move to base future sales on controversies, it helped transform the public perception of Dior Cosmetics into a company that was loyal to their team. Which brings us pretty much to today. Dior Cosmetics is now really a heritage brand, but a widely loved heritage brand. They began to enter the online world, however cautiously, and even gave Shades Lipstick their best go in 2021. We don't see Dior Cosmetics going anywhere anytime soon, but I would love to see them revive their creative makeup heritage that was begun by Luton and bring it back to social media a little more. If they do release the 2016 Dior Art of Color book, I believe that will be the definitive account of the history of Dior Cosmetics. They'd be quite successful in their social media lobbying for that. There is no single event that can be considered the fall of Dior. The brand has experienced several challenges in recent years, including declining sales, a changing fashion landscape, and internal turmoil. Declining sales. Dior's sales have been declining for several years. In 2022, the brand's revenue fell by 10%. This decline is due to several factors, including the global economic slowdown, the rise of fast fashion, and the increasing popularity of luxury streetwear brands. Changing fashion landscape. The fashion industry is constantly changing, and Dior has struggled to keep up with the latest trends. The brand's signature look, which is known for its classic elegance, has become less popular in recent years. Internal turmoil. Dior has also been plagued by internal turmoil. In 2021, the brand's creative director, Maria Grazia Chiuri, was criticized for her designs. In 2022, the brand's CEO, Sidney Toledano, stepped down after 17 years in the role. These challenges have led to a decline in Dior's reputation and market share. The brand is now facing competition from several other luxury fashion houses, including Chanel, Gucci, and Louis Vuitton. Despite these challenges, Dior remains a powerful force in the fashion industry. The brand has a strong history and a loyal following of customers. With a new creative director and a new CEO in place, Dior is hoping to turn things around and regain its status as one of the leading luxury fashion brands in the world. Thank you for watching this. For more content, like and share our channel for more information.